Hello viewers, I've come your way with our lessons on aircraft propeller. I'm Warrant Officer Class 1 Pamford Richard, an aeromechanical instructor. On our previous lesson, we studied on the principle of propeller. That is how thrust is produced or generated by aircraft's propeller. Today, we will continue the lesson by me introducing you to some techniques or how the thrust is actually manipulated or generated. Now, we will talk about two main things, the blade angle and then angle of attack. So on your screen, if we talk about blade angle simply means that the angle between the propeller plane of rotation and then the chord line. Now, if we talk about propeller plane of rotation simply means that when the propeller rotates, it rotates about a common plane. That common plane is called the plane of rotation. And then also the chord line of a propeller blade, it simply means that, remember we spoke about the parts of the propeller, the leading edge and then the trailing edge. So a line drawn from a leading edge to a trailing edge, an imaginary line drawn from the leading edge to the trailing edge is called chord line. So an angle formed between the chord line and the plane of rotation is called blade angle. Blade angle is very important when it comes to propeller because it is the blade angle that generates the thrust. Without an angle or without a blade angle, there's no way thrust will be produced. But this thrust generated by this blade angle is minimum, such that it cannot fly the aircraft. An example I can make or I can relate to is the ceiling fan or a standing fan that we used. The blade that the fan uses in the design stage, it has been inclined at an angle. So when you power the fan and the fan is rotating, because it has been inclined at that angle, it blows air towards you, so you can feel the air. So on aircraft too is the same. During the design stage, the propeller has been tilted in such a way that when it rotates, it must make an angle to the rotating plane or the plane of rotation. So that angle creates a thrust, minimum thrust that blows air rearwards. So if you want to gain thrust, you increase blade angle, or if you want to increase the thrust, you increase the blade angle. If you want to reduce the thrust, you reduce the blade angle as well. Now, here we say that reduction of blade angle results in less thrust, and increase in blade angle increases thrust. Now we will also talk about our next one, which is the angle of attack. Angle of attack. Now here, angle of attack, to produce thrust, an airfoil section of a propeller must be slightly tilted in relation to the direction of airflow. So when you look on the screen, you realize that because the blade angle, it generates minimum thrust, that thrust will be unable to send the aircraft to its flight or its destination. So we will need to increase that angle. By increasing the angle, you introduce what you call angle of attack, which means you tilt the propeller blade in such a way that it makes an angle with the incoming airflow. Now somebody will ask, how is the blade tilted? The blade is tilted manually, or it can be tilted automatically, which we will talk about that in our next lesson or subsequent lessons. Now on the board, you see that now angle of attack here is an angle between a relative airflow and then the chord line. That is angle of attack. So in the normal sense, you see that the angle of attack is part of the blade angle. It's actually part of the blade angle. So the more you increase your angle of attack, the more your thrust. The lesser you increase your angle of attack, the lesser your thrust. So this is known as angle of attack, the angle between the chord line and then the relative airflow. As I said, it is part of the blade angle. Both are equal when the propeller is not turning. Both are equal when the propeller is not turning. So if the propeller is put to rest, you realize that the angle of attack is actually hidden within the blade angle because of the minimum thrust it is generating as at that point. Viewers, I'll end here and we will continue our lesson on the basic principles of propeller. Next time I'll come your way. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.